Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I think it's going to be a really good time. A time to rebalance and start focusing on the things that are more important instead of getting stuck in the day-to-day and the material world like we so often do. One of my teachers from high school, Jen Broom, got me interested in evil and how it could exist and coexist with other beliefs in the world. She really had the class challenge our beliefs and got me interested in how religions could reconcile the existence of evil, which is why I am making this documentary series. We'll see how it goes. Do you guys want any help with anything?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. It's just
I'd rather cut it.
and now we're doing families.
Everything that I eat, I like to offer, I say a prayer to offer this. And our philosophy encompasses the idea of karma. And karma is something that we can actually transcend if you know how to do it. So the best way to transcend karma and to be karma-free is to say a prayer whenever you make something really nice. And there is a process to it, actually. We're really strict when we're cooking. We don't eat or try anything before we offer it. So you either use a recipe or really know what you're doing to try to make it good.
Okay. So you set aside a plate over here, and
Yeah.
then you have some pictures. Is that part of it too, or did you just have
The pictures are definitely a part of it. Yeah, because it helps the meditation of exactly who I'm offering it to.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs now, but we have to be quiet because people are meditating. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Are looking for deeper and deeper something, and then my friend turned me on to the Bhagavad Gita and brought me to a Hare Krishna temple, and then they taught me how to chant the Maha Mantra, the Hare Krishna mantra, and I started trying it that day, and immediately I started getting these results. I started just really experiencing on a very deep level the results of chanting the ancient mantra meant for enlightenment. And so that it made me just want to continue, and I haven't stopped since, and that was about 40 years ago.
What is the mantra? Could you say it for us?
Oh, it's the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can say it with a little flair too if you want. Hare Krishna, or like in the South, Hare Krishna. But the idea is mantra meditation, especially this mantra, it's known as the Maha Mantra, and it's written in some of the oldest, actually, scriptures, books in the world, the Rig Veda. And one's directly associating with God by chanting the names of God. And so this is a mantra composed of God's names. And so by chanting God's name, one is directly associating or connecting with God and becoming purified. We're temporarily in illusion, thinking I'm this body, this is everything, but it's so temporary. It's one life after another as we learn our lessons, and when we come completely enlightened or purified, then we go back to the spiritual world, to the spiritual realm. And this world is just I was saying earlier, like a reflection in the tree. This world is a shadow or a reflection in the water. You go to grasp the reflection in the water, and it's just always out of your grips. You can't ever get that pleasure, that satisfaction you're trying to get, because it's a reflection of the real thing in the spiritual world. But to be in the spiritual world, one has to be qualified, and that means a pure heart, free from lust, free from greed, free from envy. And on the positive platform, really love God and want to be with Him. I mean, God's the coolest. Mm-hmm. He's a supreme person. He's like, has the best qualities, the greatest gratitude, the greatest love, compassion, everything. And He's encouraging us all to turn back to where we can reconnect and really find that happiness we're looking for again.
That really segues into my big question. I'm trying to understand how evil can exist in the world. What is its purpose, and how, as a Hare Krishna, how do you understand and reconcile the existence of evil?
Well, I guess a common thing is like, why is a child born, or some child is hurt really bad, or is born in a crippled situation. So if we understand that there's a soul within that body, and that's not their first life. Let's say that soul in that child's body raped children in their previous lives. So it's not like they die and they get off scot-free. There's something very off in that consciousness, and they need to, or let's say someone steals, then they will have to have things stolen from them so they know how it feels. And I know I had some heavy things happen growing up, but I can see, like, because I'm studying such a deep philosophy, it's making me very aware on a deeper level of different adjustments I need to make in my heart, that I'm not just totally scot-free on the things that happen to me. But then I can see how I'm making adjustments to go with it, because I want to advance. I want to become pure-hearted. I'm tired of dealing with lust and envy. Envy just burns, and greed and anger and hate and not being satisfied in the heart. So it's an impetus. It's just pushed me to want that deeper. Who am I? Why am I in this world in the first place? Why am I in this body for people?
Yeah.
And the highest pleasure is a relationship. And it's just because relationships we've experienced have caused problems, or they're painful, or we get hurt, doesn't mean you stop having relationships. It means you purify your own heart. The pain it's a sign that we're doing something wrong. We need to come to a higher level, not continue the way we're doing. Pain's part of that is sharing food with others. It's a very much of a loving exchange with others. I said earlier, this standard thing that comes up, and actually this is what pushed me towards the Krishna philosophy as well, is I couldn't understand, why is this kid killed or raped, or something heavy happens, or some old lady that went to church her whole life suddenly is I don't know, just some guy just beats her up, kills her, But so why are these things going on? Seemingly innocent people. Of course, in this life they can be very, very innocent, but we have to understand on a deeper level, or the Vedas teach on the deeper level, we're the soul within this body. So where was that soul in that child's body 10 years ago, before it took birth in me? So if we understand the soul's learning lesson from lifetime to lifetime, of course, this also doesn't say, okay, we just stand aside, that's just your karma. We will get a karmic reaction for being callous like that. We should try to protect people as much as possible. That is our duty, and if we don't have that compassion and that attitude, then we are going to get a karmic reaction. And if you understand the principle of karma, is same thing. What goes around comes around, or as you sow, so shall you reap. If we hurt someone, even psychologically or emotionally, we cause pain to someone, we will experience that in the future, so we know how it feels, so that we don't do that to somebody else. And that gradually makes us like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't want to do that to anybody. You know, so the karma is there. It's not just a punishment. It's not retribution. It's a restorative punishment. Not like the modern jail system. It's retribution, rather than restorative. And the idea is how to help the soul get back to his real nature. And we have to decide that using our own free will. We all have our own free will. And so God's not going to force anyone to do anything, but he loves us, that he guides us, and he arranges things in such a way that we learn lessons when we act selfishly.
Para cantar Hare Krishna, para cantar Hare Krishna se necesita un poquito de bhakti, un poquito de bhakti y una sonrisa. Haribo, 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 por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
This,
What you call, yeah.
this Yeah, this is called a Sikha, Sikha, and it's a symbol of a difference in philosophy between two main schools of philosophical thought in ancient India. That between the personalists and the impersonalists. Somebody says so. The personalists believe that the absolute truth is a person, and the impersonalists believe that the absolute truth is just a radiant light. So that's basically it in a nutshell.